श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ नमो भगवते विराजेश्वराय। ॐ श्रीगणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ಹದಿನೇಳನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ 10ನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಹೋದ ಸಲ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾತ್ರಯ ವಿಭಾಗ ಯೋಗ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದಿ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ Mahapurushas on Bhagavad Gita was stopped at the 10th shloka of the 17th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. As earlier it was referred, basically the first question Arjuna what he put, that should be remembered in the mind. Based on that question, all the information Lord is giving about so many aspects of life. The three types or three attributes, Rajoguna, Sattva-guna, Tamo-guna, how they affect our behavior, our habits, our impressions, our life in general. Same thing will also influence the type of food what we take, the type of yajna or sacrifice what we do, the type of tapas what we conduct, and also the charity, the type. Yajna, dana, tapa, ahara. ಈ 4 ಜೀವನದ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜೀವನ ಏನಿದೆ, ಇವು ಈ 3 ಗುಣಗಳಿಂದಲೇ ಪ್ರಭಾವಿತವಾಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು ತಿನ್ನುವ ಆಹಾರ ಆಗಲಿ, ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋ ಯಜ್ಞ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಮಾಡುವ ತಪಸ್ಸಾಗಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ದಾನವಾಗಲಿ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಭಾವದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಏನು 3 ಗುಣಗಳ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಇದೆ, ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಎದ್ದು ಕಾಣುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಭಾವ, ಅದು ಸತ್ವಗುಣ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿತವಾಗಿರಬಹುದು, ರಜೋಗುಣ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿತವಾಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ತಮೋಗುಣ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿತವಾಗಿರಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಭಗವಂತನ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ. ಹೋದ ಸಲ ಆಹಾರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ಭಗವಂತ ಯಜ್ಞದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ನಾವು ಇದು 11th ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಆನ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್, ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಂಗ್ what are the 3 types of yajnas performed by the human beings, whether they are deeply religious or ordinarily religious or superficially religious or non-religious, in the sense they just want to do it because others are doing it. So a sort of a neutral way, or they may be highly spiritual. Whatever the gradation in the mind or mentality, now he is speaking about the yajna, sacrifice, performed. 3 types. Apalakankshu yajno vididrushto ya yijyate yashtavyame veti manah samadhaya sasatvikaha. The very first shloka in this aspect is very clear. Apalakankshabir yajno vididrushto ya yijyate. First line if you split correctly. Apalakankshabih yajna vididrushta ya yijyate. Yashtavyam iti. Yashtavyam meveti if you split. Yashtavyam eva iti. Manas samadhaya sa satvikaha. Nodappa Arjuna, ಯಜ್ಞದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮೊದಲು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ ಕೇಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಭಗವಂತ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ ಯಜ್ಞ? ಇದೇ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ್ದು. ಈ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪದ ಬಳಕೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೂ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ? ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗ ಇರಬಹುದು, 2ನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ ಸಾಂಖ್ಯಯೋಗ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಭಕ್ತಿ ಯೋಗ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಕರ್ಮ ಫಲತ್ಯಾಗ ಈ ಶಬ್ದ ಭಗವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕರ್ಮಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅದರ ಫಲ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಭಗವಂತ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ ಸಂದೇಶ ಈ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಧಾನ್ಯತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಡೂ, ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಡೂ ವಿಥೌಟ್ ಎನಿ ಡಿಸೈರ್. ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ವಿಥೌಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಎನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್. ನಮಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲವಾದಂತಹ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತರ ಅಥವಾ ಫಲ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲೇ ಆಸೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಭಗವಂತನ ಪೂಜೆ, ಭಗವಂತನ ಯಾಗ, ಭಗವಂತನ ಹೋಮ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಇದೆ ಅದು ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಆಸೆ. ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳೋ ಮಾತು. ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ ಐ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಡೂ ದೀಸ್ ಯಜ್ಞ ಆರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್, ಯಾಗ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್. ಕಾಮನ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್, ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್ ವಿಥೌಟ್ ಡೌಟ್, ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ಲಿ ರೈಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸಿ ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ದಟ್ something good will happen. Something good will happen. That is a normal feeling. But strictly speaking, what Lord says, that is also a desire. And most of the 90% of our karma kanda in the Vedas speak about abhyudaya in this life, ihaloka, and also in paraloka, abhyudaya. Getting all your wishes fulfilled in this life and also entering into heaven after the life or after the death. Based on these two factors, all these are prescribed in our Vedas, Karma Kanda. So, Lord is very clear, this point is very clear. Without desiring a particular phala or reward, if you do, then it is Sattvika Yajna. That is the point. Aphalakangshibi yajna vididrushto ya yajyate. Vididrushtaha yashtavyam eva iti manas samadhaya. He is making very clear. Yashtavyam eva iti. ಇದು ನಾನು ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕಾದ ಒಂದು ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇದು ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಇದು ನಾನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮನುಷ್ಯನಾಗಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಭಗವಂತನ ಆರಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಭಗವಂತನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡಬೇಕು, ಭಗವಂತನ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಭಗವಂತನ ಯಾಗವನ್ನ ಹೋಮವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ? ಯಷ್ಟವ್ಯಂ ಏವ ಇತಿ ಮನಸ್ಸಮಾಧಾಯ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ, ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕದ್ದು. ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ವೇದಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಇದು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಮನಸ್ಸಮಾಧಾಯ, ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಸಮಾಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಶಾಂತವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನವಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಫಲಾಕಾಂಕ್ಷಿಭಿಹಿ, ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪದ, ಫಲದ ಆಸೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ, ವಿಧಿದೃಷ್ಟ, ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ ಯಾವ ಯಜ್ಞಗಳು ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಡುತ್ತವೆಯೋ ಯ ಯುಜ್ಯತೆ ಸ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ದಿ ಚರಣಸ್. ಯಾವ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ ಯಜ್ಞ? ದ ಒನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ್ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್, ದ ಒನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಡನ್ ವಿಥೌಟ್ thinking, planning, expecting a desired result. Without that. Simply, as all Mahatmans say, for the sake of the love of God, for the sake of the pure bhakti towards God, ಕೇವಲ ಭಕ್ತಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ, ಭಗವತ್ ಪ್ರೀತಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ, ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಭಗವತ್ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ, ಕೇವಲ ಭಗವತ್ ಪ್ರೇಮಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಯಾವ ಯಜ್ಞವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ಯೋಚನೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾವನೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ, ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ ಮತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಕೇಳಲ್ವೇ? ಅದೇ ಮಾಯೆ ಆಟ ಅಂತ. ನನಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಡಪ್ಪ, ಅದು ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಇದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷದರ್ಶಿಯಾಗಿ ನಿನ್ನ ಒಳಗೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ನೀನು ಒಳಗೆ ಇದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಈಶ್ವರ ಸರ್ವಭೂತಾನ ಹೃದ್ದೇಶೇ ಅರ್ಜುನ ತಿಷ್ಠತಿ ಅಂತ ಭಗವಂತನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವೈ ಡು ಯು ಆಸ್ಕ್? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿ. See, there is an argument at a lower level. There is an argument at a lower level, we call it. What is that lower level? Worldly level. A beautiful argument, Charvaka Siddhanta. You know what it says? They give the example of the mother and the crying child, 2-year-old, 1-year-old child. The mother is busy doing her household work in the kitchen or whatever it is. Very busy. The child is hungry. Mother not bothered because she is busy elsewhere. So what the child does? It starts crying and crying and crying continuously. The way the child, 1-year-old, 6 months old, 1, 2 years, when it starts crying in a particular way, the mother hears and comes back and feeds the mother. This is the example given at the lower level. ಮಗು ಹಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹತ್ರೆ ಆವಾಗ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಕಿವಿ ಕೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ ಪಾಪ. ಇದು ಮಗು ಹತ್ತಿದ್ದ ನೋಡಿ ಮಗು ಹಸಿವೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತಾಯಿ ಬಂದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ನಾವು ಭಗವಂತನನ್ನು ಏನು ಕೇಳದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ಏನು ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲೋಯರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್. The argument is so very clear, very, very touching to our psyche and intellectual thinking, our mind. Only when you go and beg God during your worship, then He will listen. Otherwise, He is totally neutral. So, you must ask. When you do the seva, when you do the aradhana, when you do the puja, when you do the japa, when you do the yajna, when you do the homa, ask. Beg, request God. Then only He will help you. Then only your problem is solved. This is one level argument. Please remember. As all Mahatmans have said, including Acharya, this argument holds good at one level according to their psychology. At a higher level, this argument falls flat. Because there is nothing like to ask. Whatever is going to happen, happens accordingly. That is the law of karma. If that is understood, there is nothing to ask. All that is, the grace has to follow into our own side. God's grace, it descends only when you become totally desireless. All Mahatmans have said, Bhagavanta adanne ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಅಫಲಾಕಾಂಕ್ಷಿ, ಫಲದ ಆಸೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀನು ಯಜ್ಞವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದು ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ ಯಜ್ಞ. So according to the scriptures, according to the shastras, if it is done, it should be done correctly. All homa, havana, yajna should be done very correctly. Please remember this. Without desiring anything, internally, for the sake of the love of God. ಕೇವಲ ಭಗವತ್ ಪ್ರೀತಿಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. See, great Mahatmans, when they conduct the yaga, you know what is their general mentality? They use only one word, Loka Kalyana. For the sake of the welfare of the entire creation universe, they use that word, not for themselves. See, this is what he said here. Then what is Rajasa Yajna? He comes to the next. Abhisandayatu phalam dambhartamapi chaivayat ijyate bharata srestha tam yajnam vidhi rajasam. Bharata srestha, hey Arjuna, look, tam yajnam rajasam vidhi. See, such a sacrifice is called Rajasa Yajna or sacrifice because tu means because ಫಲಂ ಅಭಿಸಂಧಾಯ, ಫಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಸೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಯಜ್ಞವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಯಜ್ಞವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನನಗೆ ರಾಜ್ಯವೇ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ನನಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರವೇ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಶಾಶ್ವತವಾಗಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನನ್ನ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಇವತ್ತಿಂದಲೇ ಸುಧಾರಣೆಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ 108 ಆಸೆಗಳು. ಫಲಂ ಅಭಿಸಂದಾಯ ದಂಭಾರ್ಥಂ ಅಪಿ ಚೈವಯತ್. ದಂಭಾರ್ಥಂ ಅಪಿ ಬಹಳ ವಿಜೃಂಭಣೆಯಿಂದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡುವವರು ಕಣ್ಣು ಕುಕ್ಕುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಳನ್ನ ವೆಚ್ಚ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ಅಹಂಕಾರದಿಂದ ಬೀಗುತ್ತಾ ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ದೇನೆ 100 ಜನ ಬಂದು ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಎಂಥ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಇವರು, ಖುಷಿ ಪಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅವರು, ಅಥವಾ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಗಿಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಆಗೋದು ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೋಟಿಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ. The politicians are known for it nowadays, how much they spend for a yajna and homa havana, and how much their sycophants are there around them, praising them to the court. That we are seeing today. So phalam abhisandaya dambhartam api yat chaiva ijyate tam yajnam rajasam viddhi, he says. Any sacrifice yajna performed by total autocratic, hypocritic way and greed and expecting a desired result, that is rajasic yajna. ಫಲ ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. And remember what Lord hints at. Such a rajasika yajna, homa, havana or puja or worship, because of hypocrisy. Really they don't have Shraddha. Because people are watching, they do it. Heart of the heart, that real Shraddha, surrender is not there. Ego is, super bloated ego is there. ಅಹಂಕಾರ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಶರಣಾಗತಿ ಇಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ದೊಡ್ಡವನು, ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ VIP, VVIP, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಇಂಥದ್ದು ರಾಜಸಿಕ ಯಜ್ಞ. ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಈ ಥರದ ಯಜ್ಞಗಳು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದುಡ್ಡು ಖರ್ಚಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಸರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಗೆಟ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಸಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್. Short-lived publicity, but it will not lead to emancipation. Understood point. ಈ ತರ ಪೂಜೆ ಯಜ್ಞ ಹೋಮಗಳಿಂದ ಭಗವಂತ ಸುಪ್ರೀತ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೋಕ್ಷದ ಮಾತು ತುಂಬಾ ದೂರ ಆಯಿತು. Realization absolutely is not even heard of. So ರಾಜಸ ಯಜ್ಞ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಸೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಇನ್ನು ತಾಮಸ ಯಜ್ಞ ಯಾವುದು ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು? ವಿಧಿಹೀನಂ ಅಸೃಷ್ಟಾನ್ನಂ ಮಂತ್ರಹೀನಂ ಅದಕ್ಷಿಣಂ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾವಿರಹಿತಂ ಯಜ್ಞಂ ತಾಮಸಂ ಪರಿಚಕ್ಷತೆ. ಸಚ ಯಜ್ಞ ಹೋಮ ಹವನ್ which is vidhihinam, not according to scriptures, not according to shastras. It is somehow done by some people who claim to be authority on the scripture, some purohits. They don't know anything in reality. They have not learned it correctly from their guru. Here and there, they have by-hearted some mantras and they pose as if they know everything. Such people, when they conduct yajna for the sake of money, such is called vidhihinam. Asrushtannam, proper food, anna, food, havis, for a particular type of a yajna, particular havis, offering of the food should be given. Not only to the yajna kunda, even for the purohits or the people who conduct the yajna, and for others, properly, neatly prepared food to be served first with all dignity and respect. Then after that the yajaman or the kartru should eat as a whatever remains as a prasada, avashishta. These are the rules. So when there is, the yajna is vidhihinam, asrushtannam, mantrahinam, adakshinam. Mantras are not recited properly. See, chanting of mantra in a particular tone is very important. following the Chandas meter by the Purohits. Invocation is very important in a correct way, sequential way. Invocation of the Devatas, chanting of the mantras, preparing Yajna Kunda. Our Gurudev was telling all these things to me once. Even preparing Yajna Kunda, making it sanctified or a holy place, arrangement of the bricks, how much? What is the layer, what is the depth inside? What are the samit to be used, firewood to be used? For different yajnas, different firewoods are very important. They have to be used along with other normal firewood. Normal firewood, along with that, you have to use specific firewood as samit. All these things the Purohit main should know correctly. If any mistake is there, that becomes Vidihinam. That becomes Mantrahinam. That becomes Adakshinam. Adakshinam means proper amount dravya in the form of cash or kind should be given to the not only Purohits, to other people also. If it is not done correctly, then it is called Adakshinam. So without any proper preparation, somehow it is done. The fellow says, come on, you conduct this yajna for the sake of his own publicity. And the fellow who does it doesn't know the mantras properly. He simply does it. Somebody will come and serve the food. Whether it is properly cooked or not, whether it is properly offered to the yajna kunda or not, nobody knows. ಈಗ ಕೆಲವು ಯಜ್ಞಗಳು ಹೇಗಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಪೂಜೆಗಳು ಹೇಗಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಗಗಳು ಹೇಗಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಿಗೋ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಯಾರೋ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸಿಕ್ಕರು ಏನೋ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಮಂತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಓಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್. See, they run with the mantras. They don't properly chant, they don't complete the mantras. How do we know? We will never know because we don't know the mantras. We don't know the procedure. Only an observer knows it correctly, whether they are following procedure or not correctly. So somehow they rush everything. Somebody will prepare food somewhere. Somebody will offer the food to the people somewhere. It is over. Normally you can see that. Best example, how our roadside Ganapati pandals every year, how the Homa, Havana, Yajna or worship is conducted by the people in charge of that road. Majority are tamasic people to the core. 99% they are highly socially evil persons or with socially evil mentality persons. They are in the forefront. Whether it is a roadside Ganapati festival or your Gram Devata festival, village deity festival, observe them. Shraddha is not there. Nothing is there, only show. That is tamasa. Lord says. That is tamasa. So, vidihinam asrushthannam mantrahinam adakshinam shraddha virahitam yajnam. Ultimate point is this clue. Whatever yajna, home, havan we conduct without shraddha, ಭಗವಂತನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯೇ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ನಿಜವಾದ ಶರಣಾಗತಿನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಏನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ತಾಮಸ ಯಜ್ಞ. ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜುನ, ಭಗವಂತ ಸೇಸ್. ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ವೇಸ್ಟ್. Because the priests are not at all qualified here. They don't invoke mantras properly. They don't chant mantras properly. For the sake of money, with all their outer dress, they appear as if they are really scholars, but they are not even scholars. And such people come and conduct. It is tamasa. Tamasa yajna. After that, yajna 3 types. Now he comes back to the tapas. Next 3 shlokas, Lord tells about tapas. Now, the beginning only what he says, tapas word, that is penance. Penance or tapas. He distinguishes. Basically, there are 3 types of tapas. We have to remember this correctly. Otherwise, some confusion will be there next shlokas. 3 types of tapas, he says, Lord says, ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ತಪಸ್ಸು 3 ವಿಧ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜುನ, ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡು, ಮೊದಲು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡು. 3 ವಿಧದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ನಂಬರ್ 1 is ಶಾರೀರಿಕ ತಪಸ್, ನಂಬರ್ 2 ವಾಚಿಕ ತಪಸ್, ನಂಬರ್ 3 ಮಾನಸಿಕ ತಪಸ್. 3 types. Tapas, 3 types. Sharirika tapas, sharirika means, your physical penance involving the body, your sharira. When the penance involves your tongue, talking capacity, that is vachika tapas or tapas of communication. Tapas of communication means the way you sing the bhajan, sankirtane, stotra, sitting in satsanga, listening, or you yourself giving a discourse, all these, your actions connected with communication come under vachika tapas or vangmaya tapas. The way we talk, that comes under vachika tapas. Then what is manasika tapas? The way the mind thinks and mind does the action. It is manasika. So, Lord next he says, Devadvija Guru Prajna Pujanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Devadvija Guru Prajna Pujanam Shaucham Arjavam. Now he is giving all the points very clearly. Brahmacharyam Ahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. A tapas or a penance is called sharirika tapas when shariram tapa uchyate, when deva dvija guru prajna pujanam happens. When I perform worshipping or respecting or totally surrendering antartha. When I surrender, I bow my head, I respect. Yarna, Deva, God, Dvija, a real Vedic scholarly Brahmin, not a Brahmin by birth. Here, Dvija means a real Vedic scholar who has done Vedadhyayana. He is equal to God. Upanishad says, Shastra says. So, Deva Dvija Guru Prajna. Guru Prajna. It can be said 2 ways. Prajna Guru, one way. That is enlightened sage, realized Mahatman, Prajna Guru. A great Brahmajnani Guru. Other interpretation here is Guru and Prajna. If you separate that, Guru means here all elderly people in our own home or outside in our family, wherever we meet, who are good at their behavior, who are all leading pious life, who are all religious, who are all spiritual. ಯಾರು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಯುಕ್ತರಾಗಿ ದೈವ ಚಿಂತನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಆಯುಷ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿ ಅತೀವಾದ ಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನುಭವಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಾಧ್ಯಾಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ತಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಗಳ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಂತಹ ಹಿರಿಯರು. ಗುರು ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ಅಂಥವರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸರೆಂಡರ್. ಅಂಥವರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗುರು ಹಿರಿಯರು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಗುರು ಪ್ರಾಜ್ಞ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗುರು ಹಿರಿಯರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಗಳ ಆದಿಯಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ತಲೆ ಬಗ್ಸೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಮಾತು ಹಿತವಚನ ಕೇಳೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಶೌಚಂ ಅಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಜವಂ, ನಾವು ಶುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಿಂದ ಶರೀರದ ಶುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಆರ್ಜವಂ ಸರಳತೆಯಿಂದ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯಂ ಅಹಿಂಸಾ ನಾವು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚಾರಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಪಾಲನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಆದಷ್ಟು ಅಹಿಂಸೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಸೆಯನ್ನು ವರ್ಜೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದರೆ, ಅವಾಗೇನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಇದು ನಿಜವಾದ ಶಾರೀರಿಕ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಅನ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜುನ. Lord says like that. So what is Sharirika tapas or penance according to Lord? Worship of gods and dvijas, means the scholarly Brahmins who are involved all the time in the study of Vedas, Shastras and Artha. The worship of God, respecting and bowing our head reverentially to the Brahmanas, elderly people, wise people, and our own Guru, with the purity and straightforwardness. Shaucham and Arjavam. With purity and straightforwardness. Following celibacy and ahimsa, principle in life. When I conduct myself in the life, then it is called Sharirika penance, physical penance, Arjuna. This is what he says. Then what is Vachika tapas? Sharirika tapas andre the way I behave, the way I live, the way I conduct myself in the life anta. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರಳವಾದ ಜೀವನ. ಗುರು ಹಿರಿಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿ, ಅಗಾಧವಾದ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫುಲ್ ಫೇತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿಲೀಫ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಲಿ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಲಿ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಐ bow my head equal as I bow my head to my Guru and also to the God. And my life is very simple. Simple living, high thinking. That is a statement in English. So my life is very simple. I am not showing off my life, showing off my wealth, my pelf, whatever it is. I am leading a simple, honest, devoted life towards God. Whether the wealth given to me or there is no wealth, that is left to my prarabdha karma. I may be very rich, super rich, or I may be poor. That is not to be shown or not, it is not a matter to be explained. God has given, that's all. But let me lead pious life. Let me lead religious life. See, this is Sharirika tapas. Then what is Vangmaya tapas? That is Vachika tapas, penance of communication. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat. Anudvega karam vakyam, udvega karakke opposite is anudvega. Udvega means tension filled, anxiety filled. You are always anxious. You are always tense. Udvega. Talamala. Restlessness. Udvega. Always mind is restless. Always restless, sir. No reason what may. You can't sit even for 1 minute silently and do japa or meditation. Mind is restless. Udvega. Opposite is peaceful, calm, serene. Anudvega. Anudvega, opposite to Udvega. When the mind is stilled, the biggest word being used, stilling the mind is not that easy. At least the mind should come to a sort of stable condition, stability. That is by our own effort. These are our efforts. God is watching. If I start earnestly putting my mind in that way, then it becomes a habit. Then the effort becomes sincere and sincere and sincere, and a particular stage God will help. Then He will take over and help you. In the beginning only He will not help. That is the point. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat. What is Vachika tapas? ಈ ಮಾತಿನ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜುನ? ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತೆ ತಪಸ್ಸಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಹೇಗೆ? ನಾವು ಮಾತನಾಡಿದರೆ ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಉದ್ವೇಗ ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಕೆರಳಿಸಬಾರದು, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ತರಿಸಬಾರದು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. The way when I talk, it should not lead to tensed relationship in the listener's personality or mind. My speech should not provoke him unnecessarily. So anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam. I should always speak truth, not to please somebody, always go on telling lies. See, this is a well-known point in Vedanta. Satyam vada dharmam chara Upanishad is very clear. Lord is saying. So when I talk truthfully, very important, especially spiritual aspirants, we have to remember this, because sometimes we don't talk truthfully. Something is there in the mind and we'll be talking something else. That happens in the entire world, worldly life. So Lord says, you should be truthful in your talk. Priyahitam chayat. Swadhyaya abhyasanam. When you talk, it should be sweet. It should not be sarcastic. ನಾವು ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಚುಚ್ಚೋ ಹಾಗೆ, ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಕೊಂಕು ಅಂತ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Provoking somebody, taunting somebody. The way I talk, he feels in front of others that he has been let down. So I am so intelligent, I talk in such a way the other person feels totally hurt. So any such my talk hurting somebody intentionally, that is wrong. That is not Vangmaya tapas. That is horrible. Swadhyaya abhyasanam cha eva. Reading Swadhyaya plus abhyasana. Reading holy scriptures. Adu Vangmaya tapase. Reading life history of great sages. Teachings of great sages. Reading anything connected with our Guru's Upadesha. ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದ ಉಪದೇಶ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಇತರೆ ಮಹಾತ್ಮರ ಉಪದೇಶಗಳಾಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮ ಸಂದೇಶ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳಾಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಇವುಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಿಂದ. ಅದು ವಾಂಗ್ಮಯ ತಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ವಾಧ್ಯಾಯ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ವಾಚಿಕ ತಪಸ್. ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಗಳು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಸ್ವಾಧ್ಯಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಗುರುಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Our Gurudev used to hint this point. Try to read, assimilate the Sandesha, Upadesha of great Mahatmans or the life history of great Mahatmans. Follow them. If possible, read Bhagavad Gita every day or regularly. Read Ramayana regularly. Read Adhyatma Ramayana regularly. This is what our Gurudev used to say. And if possible, read Vasishtha Ramayana regularly. These are the way he used to talk. Of course, one thing he knows, all Mahatmans know it. He never used to say, read Upanishads, because Upanishad cannot be read by yourself without any prerequisite qualification. It has to be taught by a guru to the devotee or disciple. Then you are eligible to read Upanishads. Otherwise, reading Upanishad by myself, taking a book. So Gurudev used to say very clearly on that point, don't read Upanishads in that sense, unless you are qualified. So that is Manasika tapas. Vachika tapas. Then what is Manas tapas? Manah prasada saumyatvam maunamatma vinigraha bhava samshuddhiretyetat tapo manasam uchyate. Tat tapaha manasam uchyate. Such a tapas is called Manasika tapas, or a mental penance. Manasika tapas, Manasa tapas, mental penance. Yavudu? Idu yavudu? ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅದು ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಮನಃಪ್ರಸಾದ ಸೌಮ್ಯತ್ವಂ ಮೌನಂ ಆತ್ಮವಿನಿಗ್ರಹ ಭಾವ ಸಂಶುದ್ಧಿ ಇತಿ ಏತತ್ ತಪಃ ಮಾನಸಃ ಇತಿ ಉಚ್ಯತೆ. ಮಾನಸಿಕ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ. ಮನಃಪ್ರಸಾದ, mind is calm and quiet. When the mind is calm and quiet, it is a sort of a bliss. No thoughts are there. Our Gurudev writes, this is nothing but thoughtlessness. Amanaska sthiti, thoughtlessness. It's very difficult. Gurudev used to say this point. This manaprasada happens only by dhatu prasada. Only by Guru or Atma's grace. Paramatma's grace it happens. Not by your effort. So, manaprasada actually means when you reach that stage of samadhi, at the point of realization it happens. Totally, mind becomes totally still. No thoughts whatsoever. That is what Lord is hinting here. Anta. Manassu yavaga shantavagatte, saumya. It becomes very serene. When the mind becomes serene and composed, equanimous mode, our Gurudev's words. When the mind is at equilibrium, maunam, totally silent, no thoughts are, when the thoughts are not generated, mind remains silent. Maunam atma vinigraha. Maunam atma vinigraha, it is under your control, self-control. Mind is under your control. When it happens, bhava samshuddhihi. Bhava samshuddhihi means totally it becomes pure. Mind becomes pure. Bhava samshuddhihi. Purity. The mind reaches the pure state. Vishuddha sattva. When the mind becomes like that, a thoughtless, serene, calm and quiet mind, in simple, it is called ಮಾನಸಿಕ ತಪಸ್. ಸೊ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಶುದ್ಧವಾದಾಗ, ಸೌಮ್ಯವಾದಾಗ, ಪ್ರಶಾಂತವಾದಾಗ, ಪ್ರಸನ್ನವಾದಾಗ, ಆಲೋಚನಾ ರಹಿತವಾದಾಗ ಅಂತಹ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಪರಿಶುದ್ಧ ಮನಸ್ಸು, ಭಾವ ಸಂಶುದ್ಧಿ, ಪರಿಶುದ್ಧ ಮನಸ್ಸಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅರ್ಜುನ, ಅಂತಹ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಮಾನಸಿಕ ತಪಸ್, ಅದು ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ತಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸಮಾನ. ಈ ಮೂರು ವಿಧಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಪಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರು ತರ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಒಂದು ಶಾರೀರಿಕ ತಪಸ್ಸು, ಒಂದು ವಾಚಿಕ ತಪಸ್ಸು, ಒಂದು ಮಾನಸಿಕ ತಪಸ್ಸು. ಇದನ್ನ ಮೂರು ಭಾಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಭಗವಂತ, ಈಗ ತಪ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದು. ತಪಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರು ತರ ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ, ಇರ್ಲಿ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಯಾವ ವಿಧದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, see, there are 3 gradations of tapas, but in what way the tapas is conducted by itself in our life? Now the next point, about the way a tapas is conducted. Now Lord makes it again clear. Again there are 3 types of tapas from the point of conducting our way of life. As usual, first one is sattvic tapas, second one is a rajasika tapas, third one is tamasika tapas, depending on our impressions, samskaras carried from the previous birth, swabhavaja. See, we belong to the 3 categories predominantly. So what is sattvic tapas? What is rajasic tapas? What is tamasic tapas? Next he goes on explaining those things. ಈಗ ತಪಸ್ಸಿನ ವಿಧಿಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯ ಪರಯ ತಪ್ತಂ ತಪಸ್ತತ್ರಿವಿಧಂ ನರೈಃ ಅಬಲಾಕಾಂಕ್ಷಿಭಿರ್ಯುಕ್ತೈಃ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕಂ ಪರಿಚಕ್ಷತೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯ ಪರಯ ತಪ್ತಂ ತಪಸ್ತತ್ರಿವಿಧಂ ನರೈಃ ಅಫಲಾಕಾಂಕ್ಷಿಭಿರ್ಯುಕ್ತೈಃ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕಂ ಪರಿಚಕ್ಷತೆ. ಪರಯ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯ ತಪ್ತಂ ತಪಃ ತ್ರಿವಿಧಂ ನರೈಃ. 3 ತರ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜುನ. ಯಾವ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಪರಯ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯ ತಪ್ತಂ, ಎನಿ ಪೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಡನ್ ವಿತ್ ಗ್ರೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲೀಫ್, devotion and regard towards God. Total faith towards Lord. Any tapas done with the complete faith, total conviction, devotion towards God, paraya shraddhaya taptam, and that is the meaning. Plus apalakankshibhi yuktaihi, the word is repeated here. When the tapas is done with total faith, plus apalakankshibhi yuktaihi, along with that, apalakankshibhi, without expecting any result, without expecting any desired reward. When I do tapas, just for the sake of tapas, not thinking, now if I do this tapas, if I do this meditation, if I do this japa, our Guru is highly pleased and tomorrow only I will be realized, or in 1 week I will be emancipated, or my problem is solved in 1 month. These are all our mental attitudes, how the mind play goes on, expecting some result. Apalakankshi again, without expecting. So when a tapas is done with shraddha, without expecting any reward, such a tapas is called Satvikam Parichakshate. Such a tapas is referred as Parichakshate. It is called Antaha tapassanna Satvika tapassu endu helalaguttade. Arjuna. Parichakshate helalaguttade. It is called Satvika tapas. ಅದು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಾಜಸ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಜಸ ತಪಸ್? ಈ ಯಜ್ಞದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಗವಂತ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅದೇ ಉತ್ತರಗಳೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು. ತಪಸ್ಸಿಗೂ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ರಾಜಸ ಯಜ್ಞ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಹಾಗೇನೆ ರಾಜಸ ತಪಸ್. ಮುಂದಿನ ಶ್ಲೋಕ. ತಪಸ್ಸು ರಾಜಸ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸತ್ಕಾರಮಾನ ಪೂಜಾರ್ಥಂ ತಪೋ ದಂಭೇನ ಚೈವಯತ್. ದಂಭೇನ ಚ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಚ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸತ್ಕಾರಮಾನ ಪೂಜಾರ್ಥಂ. With all your Hippocratic mind expecting people will praise you. ಜನ ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಹೊಗಳುತ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಹುಚ್ಚು ಅಭಿಮಾನ, ದಂಭಾಚಾರ. With all the pride, expecting people will praise me. That is dambha. Dambha andre thinking that the people who are watching me will praise me. It is Hippocratic attitude, as Gurudev says. Dambachara. He is not basically having any shraddha. He is doing because he wants people to watch and praise him. Antartha is the inner feeling. His internal psyche is like that. He is not turned towards God completely. His mind is always towards the followers, whether they are watching me doing it or not, whether media people are there with camera or not, whether this will come in the paper or not, whether my photo will come in the paper or not. See, this is dambhena, Hippocratic mind. So, Satkaramana pujartham, thinking that satkara, people will praise me, people will honor me, people will clap, people will shout, uge uge. Satkaramana pujartham, with a view of winning honor, honor from the people, surrounding people, sycophants, expecting them with all the pride. Expecting respect from the onlookers with the pride. Satkaramana pujartham tapo dambhena chaivayat. When tapas is done for that sake, in that way, kriyate tadiha proktam rajasam chalamadhruvam. When that is done, kriyate, such a tapas is rajasam, rajasa tapas, because it is chalamadhruvam. Chalam plus adhruvam. Chalamadhruvam, when you split chalam plus adhruvam means, chalam means andre the reward of such a tapas you conduct is vanishing. It won't stay. Chalam. Chalam andre, it is in motion. There is no permanent reward for you. And that day you feel happy. That's all. People will clap. That's all. Nothing will happen to you in reality. And chalam plus adhruvam. It is destroyed. The punya phala of such a tapas is destroyed. When you do tapas for the sake of others, thinking that they will praise you, it is a sheer waste anta Bhagavantana ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಹಾತ್ಮರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರನ್ನೋ ನೋಡ್ಲಿ, ಯಾರೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೊಗಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. 3 hours ಬಾಗಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ನನಗೆ ಎಬ್ಬಿಸ್ಬೇಡಿ, 3 hours ನಾನು ಧ್ಯಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಏನ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಗುರುಗಳು ಬಾಗಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು 3 ಗಂಟೆ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. 3 ಗಂಟೆ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೋ ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೋ ಅದು ಭಗವಂತನಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. As our Gurudev was jokingly number of times he has said, when a person is sitting with closed eyes, nobody knows whether he is sleeping or thinking something else or doing meditation. Nobody knows. Except the Lord in his heart. That's what our Gurudev used to say. Idu Rajasa tapasya. ಸತ್ಕಾರಮಾನ ಪೂಜಾರ್ಥಂ ತಪೋದಂಭೇನ ಚೈವ ಯತ್ ಕ್ರಿಯತೆ ತದಿಹ ಪ್ರೋಕ್ತಂ ರಾಜಸಂ ಚಲಮಧ್ರುವಂ. Then what is tamasa tapas? When the penance, when it is called tamasa, Lord comes back to this point. Modagrahena atmano yat pidaya kriyate japah parasyotsadana artham va tattamasama samudahrutam parasyotsādanārtham va tattāmasa udāhrutam. परस्यः उत्सादन अर्थम, परस्यः उत्सादन अर्थम तत् तामसम उदाहृतम. Second line, if you split correctly, then it comes like that. परस्य उत्सादन अर्थम वा तत् तामसम उदाहृतम यत् पीडया क्रियते तपः मूढाग्राहेणात्मनः यत् पीडया क्रियते तपः वा परस्य उत्सादनार्थम. So this shloka is now so clear. Only thing we have to split here and there correctly and add up, that's all. मूढग्राहेणात्मनो यत् पीडया क्रियते तपः परस्योत्सादनार्थम वा तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्. मूढग्राहेण आत्मनो यत्पीडया. Moodagrahena, see, without any proper thinking, with a total ajnana, without knowing anything, with a total darkest mind antandre, moodha antandre ajnana, with a total ignorance. Moodagrahena atmanah yat pīdaya, yat pīdaya. ಆತ್ಮನಃ ಯತ್ ಪೀಡಯ, ತನಗೆ ತಾನೇ ತೊಂದರೆ, ತನ್ನ ದೇಹಕ್ಕೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ತಾನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಸಿ ಪನಿಷಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಓನ್ ಬಾಡಿ. ಯತ್ ಆತ್ಮನಃ ಯತ್ ಪೀಡಯ, ಪನಿಷಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸಿವಿಯರ್ಲಿ, and he does tapas as an ignorant fellow, thinking that something will happen. Such a fellow who punishes severely his own body is a totally ignorant anta Bhagavan. Moodagrahena andre ade artha. An ignorant ajnani punishes his own body severely for his penance. Our Gurudev writes very beautiful vakyan. All Mahatmas are synonymous here. We have seen also people do so many ways of penance. Some sadhus, especially hatha yogis, who are Na ghar ka na ghat ka, as our Gurudev used to say. See, the Hatha Yogis majority think that they have got some siddhi in their hand and they will stop there. Then the mind, Maya takes over and they start showing off to the people. They will never go up and end up in sadhana and culminate in realization at all. Once some siddhis accrue, it will take away their mind. They go down ethically, morally, down in the ladder of the spiritual field. Our Gurudev was very clear. All Mahatmas have said that. Anybody who gets some siddhi during his initial stage of sadhana, getting siddhi is not a big thing at all. If you start really meditating sincerely, you will experience so many things. Let me not tell all those things by yourself. And if you only concentrate on those things, your mind gets attracted to only those things, those powers. It's sort of a power. You feel elated, you feel highly enjoyable, pleasurable, and you want to show it to others. I got this, I got that. Some people, by looking at the face of another fellow, will immediately tell, oh, next year it happens in your life like this. This problem will come in your life like this. Pata 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 dega. By looking at the face, they will say. And people start praising him. Oh, he's a great Siddhi Purusha. So people start falling at his feet. Hundreds will come, VIPs will come, politicians will come, and that will go down in the ladder. Somebody said to somebody, you will become chief minister within 6 months. That fellow was totally struck because he knew he will never become a chief minister. But it happened that he became a chief minister. Then the whole media got a big publicity. And what happened? Hundreds of people started going to that fellow. He has some siddhi, that's all. And now that fellow is absconding. Because people started, when a big politician enters, imagine, hundreds will follow. Hundreds will follow. Neither he will have any time for his own meditation nor for food. This is what ignorant people, spiritually ignorant. Mudagrahena atmano yat pidaya kriyate tapaha. So when they punish their own body, along with that, and along with that, parasya utsadanartham. Not only they punish themselves, they punish others also. Parasya utsadanartham. Atmanah pidaya va parasya utsadanartham. Not only they give problem or tension to the body, then and to others also, ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೂ ಕಷ್ಟವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ತಮ್ಮ ದೇಹಕ್ಕೂ ಕಷ್ಟವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಮೂಢರು, ಅಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ಯಾವ ತಪಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕ್ರಿಯತೆ ತಪಃ ತತ್ ತಾಮಸಂ ಉದಾಕೃತಂ, ಅದು ತಾಮಸಿಕ ತಪಸ್ಸಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜುನ. Such a tapas is called tamasika tapas. Anybody who punishes himself or gives problem and troubles to others and does severe penance, that is tamasic. So many examples you must have come across, you must have read. If you go to Kumbh Melas, every 6 years, once in 6 years, once in 12 years, Ardha Kumbha, Mahakumbha, Purna Kumbh Mela in our country, it happens in Allahabad, it happens in Nasik, it happens in Haridwar. So there you will find hundreds of sadhus, hundreds of people. Somebody will be standing on the mat with nails or sitting on the mat with pointed nails throughout. Somebody will completely, his head is in the soil completely covered, his body is upright. He'll be there doing tapas like that. Somebody will be on one leg only, standing for one leg with one hand upright, doing tapas. So many things are there. Lord says, punishing your body as an ignorant person, because the body is a temple where I reside, Lord says. By punishing body, I am not available. This is what Vedanta says. You must have faith and Shraddha in the mind and do the meditation wholeheartedly. Not by punishing your body, expecting some immediate miraculous power in the hand. Siddhigoskara you ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, Siddhi baratte. They will get powers, no doubt, but they get stuck with the power only and they lose mental balance or peace finally, and they never reach a realization stage at all. Please remember, these are all Mahatman's words, including our Gurudev. If you read his autobiography there, he mentions, while translating that autobiography, when the chapter came, I had a lot of discussion with our Gurudev. He said certain things I cannot put up in the writing. What he told me, our Gurudev, lot of siddhis were there in my hand. In the beginning, before realization he was talking. If I had succumbed myself to the attraction of those siddhis, what would have happened, do you know? I would have got stuck there itself, and for the next hundreds of births, I would have been stuck in the same way, without reaching anywhere, in atantra sthiti. ಆ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಮನಸೋತಿದ್ರೆ, ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಇನ್ನು 100 ಜನ್ಮ ಅತಂತ್ರ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒದ್ದಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ನನ್ನ ಪುಣ್ಯಬಲ, ಗುರುವಿನ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಆ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಗಳಿಂದ ದೂರ ಮಾಡ್ತು ನನ್ನನ್ನು. So I never explained to anybody, never told anybody that these siddhis are there in my hand. I threw them out. So ಜ್ಞಾನಾವಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಮೊದಲು ಸಿದ್ಧಿಗಳು ಬಹಳ ಬೇಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. And our Gurudev was very clear. Mahatmans are very clear in this matter. You know, that is how the Maya will test you. Please remember, these are very important words our Gurudev said. When you start meditating, what happens? Some siddhis will come into your hand immediately, provided you are sincere in your meditation. Now, ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಬೇಗ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಗಳು ಕೈವಶ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Why? The Maya is testing you by way of giving you some power. See, philosophically, there are this is called miraculous power, siddhi, humergetic powers, extrasensory perception, so many words. You can feel it, you can feel it, you can feel it. Then once you start showing it, there ends the matter. There ends the matter. You will never go up in the meditation at all. Never. You get stuck there. So Maya wants you to get stuck there only for next hundreds of births. The Maya doesn't want you to go up in the ladder of meditation or in the ladder of spiritual progress to reach the final goal. Our Gurudev was very clear on these things. So, all these siddhis, powers, they are only illusory powers, making your mind more and more pleasure seeking rather than God seeking. That's why he uses the word Modagrahena Atmanaha Yat Pidaya Kriyate Tapaha Paratsyotsadanartham Va Tat Tamasam Udafrutam. Anybody who shows off, it is only tamasa tapas. You remember our Gurudev, how many of you have seen, I don't know. One Swamiji had come long back from Tamil Nadu here. He was staying here for 1 or 2 months here in one of the kutirams. I forgot the name. The speciality of the Swamiji, the sannyasi. 2 months or so he stayed here. With the Guru's blessing he stayed there. Whoever used to see him, he used to look at the face, tell you your entire future. Correct. Past and the future correctly. Just by looking at you. By looking at you. For 2 months. Everybody was fascinated. People who used to come to see Gurudev, a stage came, Gurudev told me, the first thing when they used to come in the gate, they used to go there. Not to come to our Gurudev. He only told me. They used to go and wait whether he'll come from the room. Our Gurudev was laughing at me. See, it's what happened. People forgot that I am here. They started going there. And one fine day, I told the Swami to come here. He said, get out. He told, you get out. What nonsense. You are, not only you are creating problem in others' life by your way of showing off Siddhi, it is not good for your own spiritual upliftment. Even now, it is not late. Start your sadhana sincerely. Go. That is how he told him to get up. This is what Gurudev told me. I am not exaggerating. I am not a bit. I have seen that Swamiji. I have seen that. Of course, I don't know what happened. He looked at me, I looked at him. Namaskaram. This is a Kavi sannyasi dress. Always I bow my head. He looked at me. Of course, he didn't say anything about my future or the past. God's grace. That's it. Only once I saw him. That's all. Guru Sankalpa will stop here. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim